Fox News Digital Sports College Football Winners and Losers, Conference Championship Weekend. College Football Playoff Bracket released on Sunday. The 12-team College Football Playoff Bracket was officially revealed on Sunday as the season begins to wind down with the bell ringing in the fight for the national championship. Conference Championship Weekend proved out whether teams belong in the playoffs. Clemson surprised SMU with a win in the ACC Championship, which ended up keeping Alabama out of the field. Georgia stunned Texas to win the ACC Championship, earning the Bulldogs a bye into the quarterfinals. Boise State also earned a bye into the quarterfinals behind another Heisman Trophy-worthy performance from running back Ashton Jeanty. So, with the meat of the season finished, who were the winners and losers from the weekend this time? Read below to find out. Winners. Clemson. After losing to South Carolina in the regular season finale, the Tigers needed to beat SMU to clinch a spot in the college football playoff. After giving up a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, Clemson nailed a 56-yard field goal to win the ACC Championship. After all the talk of Dabo Swinney not making another CFP run in the near future, he now has his team playing for a national championship. A wild end to the season for Clemson, and they needed a monster FG to finish it off. SMU, a close loss may never feel so good for SMU as it did as their ferocious comeback in the ACC title game made the case for their spot in the college football playoff. Now they get a matchup against a Penn State team with a small bump in momentum and a dream. Oregon. What an introduction to the Big Ten for Oregon. In year one in the conference, the Ducks ran a dominant campaign, culminating with a convincing yet competitive victory over conference staple Penn State. Ashton Jeanty, did the Boise State running back solidify the Heisman Trophy on Saturday night in the Broncos Mountain West Conference victory? The winner will be announced later this week, and Jeanty, or Colorado's Travis Hunter, are expected to be the frontrunners to win the prestigious award. Jeanty, though, had his sixth 200-yard rushing game, 209-32 carries with one touchdown and 21-7 win over UNLV. Jeanty finished the regular season with 2,497 yards on 344 carries, 7.3 per game, one of the most impressive seasons for a running back in college football history. Cam Scabo never gave the Arizona State running confidence after he had lead Sun Devils to a Big 12 title on Saturday night. Scabo had 170 yards on 16 carries with 2 touchdowns in ASU's beat out Cyclones, which capped an impressive season. He had 1,398 rushing yards, 19 rebounds during the regular season. There will be a national title for the Sun Devils get up by as the no. 4 seed. Timothy Chalamet. College football fans are not pleased with ESPN's host Hollywood disaster. Timothy Chalamet has a special sticker on College Game Day for Conference Championship Weekend. With the two naturally those same fans speeches, the single expert analysis, DVD host of the day off. What is worth? He's the only one to predict Ohio's 38-3 rout over Miami, Ohio. Losers. Alabama. The college football playoff may decide an outweighed strength of schedule, giving SMU a spot in the playoffs on Sunday. The Mustangs lost to Clemson on the final play of the ACC Championship game, but the Crimson Tide's losses to Vanderbilt, Tennessee, and Oklahoma proved to be too costly. Penn State is set to host the Mustangs in the first round. Texas. Look, I know that Quinn Ewers passed for over 350 yards against Georgia in the SEC title game, but those 2 interceptions were brutal. The biggest win of the regular season came against Texas A&M, and while their defense is good enough to help lead this team to a playoff win, the offense also hit and miss. Even when Carson Beck was injured before halftime, the Longhorns could not take advantage of a wounded Dogs team. It's going to be fascinating to see if Steve Sarkisian gets Arch Manning more involved when the playoff begins. Iowa State, who thought Matt Campbell could lead this Iowa State team to a Big 12 title and get over the hump. They ran into Arizona State in the championship game. Not only that, the defense was abysmal, losing by 26 points in a game that was over by the third quarter. They had a shot at the playoff, but will now be bowling somewhere, most likely in warm weather, but obviously not for a national championship. Not for Cyclones. UNLV was heavy underdogs against Boise State in the Mountain West Championship. It appeared UNLV went through the motions of a Boise State blowout in much of the first half, then took an opening to make the score more cosmetic when Boise State took its foot off the gas. Carson Beck's draft stock. Would the Bulldogs have won the SAC against the Beck quarterback in the second half? Was hurt on the final play of the first half, which was supposed to be a Hail Mary, but his arm was hit while attempting to make the throw, and he went down in immediate pain. Then, his backup, Gunnar Sutton, sent jolt of life into the Bulldogs' offense, which eventually scored the game-winning touchdown in overtime to seal the victory. Beck was 7 of 13 for 56 yards, though he does have time to rest up to be ready for the quarterfinals of the college football playoff, where Georgia is the no. 2 seed.